What if I told you that a man who lived 2,400 years ago developed questioning techniques so powerful they could completely transform how you think, make decisions, and understand yourself? Meet Socrates, the ancient Greek philosopher who never wrote a single book, yet became one of history's most influential thinkers. Today, we're diving deep into 5 revolutionary Socratic techniques that will sharpen your critical thinking skills and accelerate your personal growth in ways you never imagined. But here's the thing that might shock you. Socrates claimed he knew nothing. This wasn't false modesty. This was his superpower. While everyone around him pretended to have all the answers, Socrates mastered the art of asking the right questions. And by the end of this video, you'll have these same tools in your mental arsenal. But first, subscribe to our channel. Let's start with the first technique, the power of admitting ignorance. Most people think intelligence means having answers, but Socrates flipped this completely upside down. He understood that true wisdom begins with recognizing what you don't know. This isn't about being self-deprecating or lacking confidence. It's about creating mental space for genuine learning and growth. Think about the last time you were in a heated argument or disagreement. Most likely, both sides were absolutely convinced they were right. Socrates would have approached this differently. Instead of defending a position, he would have said something like, "I'm not sure I understand your perspective completely. Help me see what I might be missing." This simple shift opens up possibilities for real dialogue instead of verbal warfare. When you embrace intellectual humility, something magical happens. Your brain stops being defensive and starts being curious. You begin to notice assumptions you didn't even know you had. You become genuinely interested in learning rather than just being right. This is the foundation of all critical thinking. The second technique is systematic questioning, and this is where Socrates really shines. He didn't ask random questions. He asked questions in a specific sequence designed to uncover deeper truths. The Socratic method follows a pattern: clarification, assumptions, evidence, perspectives, implications, and questions about questions. Let's say someone tells you they want to be successful. A typical response might be encouragement or advice. The Socratic approach would be different. You'd start with clarification. What exactly do you mean by success? Then you'd explore assumptions. What makes you believe that particular definition of success will make you happy? You'd examine evidence. What examples have you seen of people achieving this kind of success? You'd consider perspectives. How might someone from a completely different background define success? You'd look at implications. If you achieve this success, what would that mean for other areas of your life? And finally, you'd question the questions. Are we asking the right questions about success in the first place? This systematic approach prevents surface-level thinking and forces you to dig deeper into any topic or decision you're facing. The third technique involves exposing contradictions in thinking. Socrates was a master at helping people discover when their beliefs didn't align with each other or with reality. This isn't about proving people wrong for the sake of it. It's about helping them and yourself develop more coherent, logical thinking patterns. Here's how this works practically. Let's say you believe that hard work always leads to success, but you also acknowledge that some hardworking people never achieve their goals. These two beliefs create a contradiction that needs to be resolved. The Socratic approach would explore this tension. If hard work always leads to success, how do we explain hardworking people who don't succeed? What other factors might be involved? How should we revise our understanding? By identifying these contradictions, you develop more nuanced, realistic perspectives that serve you better in the real world. The fourth technique is definitional analysis. Socrates loved to ask, what is justice, or what is courage, or what is love? He understood that we use these big words all the time without really understanding what we mean by them. This lack of clarity leads to confusion, poor decisions, and miscommunication. Take happiness, for example. Everyone wants to be happy, but what does that actually mean? Is it pleasure, contentment, achievement, service to others, absence of suffering? The Socratic approach would have you define happiness clearly before making life decisions based on pursuing it. This clarity becomes incredibly practical when you're making career choices, relationship decisions, or setting personal goals. The fifth and most powerful technique is the examined life. Socrates famously said that the unexamined life is not worth living. This doesn't mean constant self-analysis that leads to paralysis. It means regularly stepping back and honestly evaluating your beliefs, choices, and direction. This examination process involves asking yourself tough questions. Why do I believe what I believe? Are my actions aligned with my stated values? What assumptions am I making about how life works? Where might I be deceiving myself? What would someone who disagrees with me say about my perspective? The examined life isn't always comfortable, but it leads to authentic growth and better decision-making. It helps you distinguish between what you think you should want and what you actually want. It reveals blind spots that might be sabotaging your progress. Here's what makes these Socratic techniques so powerful for modern life. They work on everything: career decisions, relationships, personal goals, political opinions, financial choices. The questions change, but the process remains the same. Start implementing these techniques today. Begin conversations with genuine curiosity instead of prepared answers. Question your own assumptions as rigorously as you question others. Look for contradictions in your thinking and resolve them. Define important concepts clearly before making decisions based on them. And most importantly, make the examined life a daily practice. Socrates transformed philosophy not by having all the answers, but by asking better questions. These same tools can transform your thinking, your relationships, and your entire approach to personal growth. The ancient wisdom is timeless because human nature is timeless. If you got value from this video, like and subscribe to our channel.